I'm gonna take one of the first songs I ever released from 8 years ago, and I'm gonna use everything I've learned since then to try to turn it into a banger. So I've got the project file here, and you can see it's from 2014. Look how funny this album artwork is. It's just a straight ass pick. But this track does actually have a pretty crazy story behind it. So this was one of the first songs I ever released on SoundCloud, and I guess Oliver Heldens heard it and liked it enough to start playing in his DJ sets. The 1001 tracklist page for this song is pretty crazy. Even Zedd played it in Las Vegas once, and Heldens played it at Tomorrowland in 2015 too. And this is all completely insane to think about, because back then I literally knew nothing about properly making music and how to mix a track or mastering or anything. It does go to show you a good song idea is more important than any of that stuff. But let's get in here and see if we can make this old track better. First thing that stands out to me is the drums. I've gotten a lot better at programming and mixing drums over the years, so let's just completely replace all of the drums. I'll start by trying to find the right kick, clap, and open hat, and then we'll add some percussion to make it more interesting. I like layering on these short transient loops. Now let's add some percussion loops and hits to add groove. And we'll add a couple little fills too. So here's the drum beat before and after. And all of those drum sounds I used are from my new drum sample pack, so go check that out down below if you want it. The next thing that's standing out to me is the piano. The rhythm of those chords just sounds so robotic, and that piano sound is kind of cheesy too. I still want the piano rhythm to be bouncy, but let's change it so it sounds less robotic. And for the new piano sound, I'm going to layer a contact piano with the classic M1 piano to fill out the high end. Then I'll glue both those layers together with some compression and EQ. Now here's the piano sound before and after. But now that we've changed the piano rhythm, the bass line doesn't really fit anymore. Let's use a more modern sounding bass. And I'll make the rhythm fit the piano now. It's already sounding way more professional now. I like that sound a lot better. It could be cool to emphasize the downbeats with a deep stab sound. And I've totally forgotten about the lead sound. It sounds a little cheesy, but I still want to use some elements from the original. So let's pitch it down an octave so it sounds a little cooler. And we got to make the rhythm fit the new chords and bass. Now I'm hearing a problem with this reverb. You can really hear the initial click of the pluck in the reverb. But we can solve that by using an external reverb and delay. So I'll turn those internal ones off, then I'll send it to my lead reverb and lead delay bus. And before the reverb in my lead reverb bus, I have this transient shaper to get rid of the clicks before it goes into the reverb. See how much smoother that sounds? I'll toggle it on and off so you can hear the difference. It makes such a big difference, and this is the reverb that's feeding into. Then we'll add some delay too. The lead is sounding a little thin, so let's add another layer to it. And let's get some pitch bends in there to make it a little more interesting. Now if we add in the other layer, I'm liking that. It sounded super smooth and groovy. I like it. Now I gotta fill it out with some atmosphere. Let's take this loop, but add a crazy amount of reverb to it. Then I can bounce that to audio and use it to fill out the background. I'm gonna add this ARP sound in too. And we can actually use those atmospheric sounds for the buildup. I'm gonna want the buildup to be more atmospheric, and then the drop comes in and it's really bouncy with that piano.
And it's a part of you I never wanna lose.
We also probably want to copy over that deep stab sound to the build-up too.
And it's a part of you I never wanna lose. I'll do anything you want me to, like any
And
other.
let's add this layer to the stab to give it some more depth. Now I'm going to copy over all the drums to the build-up except the kick and filter them.
And it's a part of you I never wanna lose. I'll do anything you want me to.
And we can add in a snare build to that too. And I want to filter in the piano and the lead just to tease it a little bit before the drop hits. And let's finish it off with this cool atmosphere bend sound. Alright, so I've spent a little extra time arranging it, and now I can show you the finished product. Thanks for watching. Peace.
And it's a part of you I never